Hi, welcome to the House of Snakes. Today we are going to be talking about breeding. And our mum's going to help us. But before we do that, it's Yoshi's birthday and he's turning 1. Hooray!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yoshi. Happy birthday to you. Happy first birthday, Yoshi.
This is our mummy.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about some breeding today. So we've got 4 snakes out here, haven't we?
Yes.
Who've we got?
Yes.
We've got
Banana Split
Banana Split, Lily,
and
Connie,
and Jacob.
So we're going to try and keep control of all these snakes all in one go. Think we can manage it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start doing our pairing at the moment. Always coming to say hello, isn't it? Jacob's saying hello to everybody. So what we're looking to do is start pairing our snakes. So breeding can happen for snakes all year round, can't they?
Yes.
But they generally just like to have eggs once a year. And we're starting to breed in October. So we've had a good look on Google, done our research, figured it all out, and we're starting in October, aren't we? And we hope to get some eggs early next year. So to start doing the pairing, we've got Jacob and Connie, who are boyfriend and girlfriend, aren't they?
Yes.
And who have we got over here? We've got
Lily and Banana Split.
And they're going to be girlfriend and boyfriend as well, aren't they? Now both boys are over 700 grams and they're about 1 year old or a little bit over. And both girls are over 1500 grams. Connie's in her 5th winter and Lily's in her 3rd. So they're all a good weight and they're all old enough to start doing this, aren't they?
I'm so scared.
So they're what are you scared of?
It's because if I can't control the baby, it's going to be there with us.
Might end up with loads of babies. What we're going to do with loads of babies? Where we're going to put them on?
In the snake tank.
In the snake rack.
In a
So
snake
the first job that we need to do is we need to move some of the stuff out of the way because we don't want them to hide from each other in the hives, do we? So we're going to move these bits and pieces. So Alyssa, can I pass you these? And you can go and put them on that table over there. And Nicole, can you put these into Jacob's tank? We've got over there Banana Split's tank. Put these into Banana Split. So we can leave the boys alone because the boys are going to go into the girls' tank. You should always do it that way around. We never put the girls into the boys' tanks.
Why?
Because the girl is the one that's going to control it all. And if she's a little bit stressed, she likes to be in her own house. And that's the way it should be. Men should work for it. Okay, so we'll move that as well. Are we leaving the water balls in or out? In. I'm going to leave them in. Okay. So let's uncover Lily. Let's see what Lily's doing. Hello, Lily. Alyssa, could you put that over there, please? Put it on there.
This is Lily. She's one of our new snakes.
Do you remember what type of snake she is? What type of moth she is?
No.
She's a pastel, isn't she?
She's a pastel.
Yeah.
We don't know.
So, go on.
We don't know if Jacob.
Well, this is Jacob over here. We don't know if Jacob's a pastel. We'll come to that in a minute. So, Lily is a pastel and her boyfriend is over here. So let's uncover him. This is Banana Split, isn't it?
Yes.
Remember what Banana Split is?
Yeah.
So Banana Split is a banana lemon blast and is 66% het clam. So this pairing here could be quite interesting because we could get all sorts of stuff from that. And we're going to talk about genetics in a different video, aren't we? Probably in the next video we're going to talk about what kind of babies.
What number is this rabbit though?
This is number 9, I think. So in number 10,
yes,
we can talk about what kind of babies Banana Split and Lily might get. So what we're going to do is we're going to say hello to Banana Split. and then we're going to pop him in.
You always should be stroke them and say welcome before you start to hold them, because they could get scared and bite you.
They could.
I was done.
So we're going to leave them like that for a moment and just make sure they're okay.
Can we do 1, 2,
Sort that tail out. We'll do that in a minute. We're just going to make sure that banana split. Yeah, we're going to make sure banana split and Lily are okay, because we don't want them to fight. And sometimes they might fight, but it'll only last a couple of seconds and they'll soon calm down. So we'll leave those alone for 2 minutes just to say hello to each other. Lily looks a little bit scared of banana split, doesn't she? Even though she's massive compared. Can you stop it?
It looks like Eddie's got a little bubble on there. Just there.
Oh, is it banana split?
No, it's Eddie.
Lily.
She's got.
Oh, she's got just a little bit of water. It's not a bubble, it's just a little bit of water. Right, we'll leave them alone for a minute and we'll come and start these two out. So, over here, we've got Connie. Well, I'll pass it to you.
Next.
Connie's our oldest girl, isn't she? But she's never been bred before. Now we have tried to put Jacob and Connie together. Oh, we seem to be having an escapee.
And we only got Connie when she was her baby.
She was a baby. She's been with us a long time now. And then over here, we've got Jacob. Now what Nicole was saying earlier on about Jacob is we don't know if he is maybe a pastor. Because when we look at him compared to our other normals, he looks a bit different, doesn't he? He looks a bit yellow, which is quite exciting. So we're hoping to find that out, but we'll talk about genetics next time, and we'll tell you how we're going to hopefully find that out. We're going to say hello to Jacob, and we're going to put Jacob with Connie. Lily and banana split are getting a little bit excited.
Let's do it together.
And that's it, let's do it together, and we'll pop you in there.
They both look the same. You might put.
Well, I think Jacob looks a lot brighter than Connie.
Yeah, now when you put them together, you can see the yellow is very brighter than the browny bits in Connie. And you can also see that the darker bits are a bit blacker than Connie as well. Connie looks a bit more brown. We are having
If anyone has got any opinions, please leave a comment.
Yeah, definitely let us know. We'd like to know. So Jacob and Connie have been put together once before. So we put them together last month to have a bit of a go before doing our video. And they seem to get on very, very well. And the most important thing to look for when breeding is a lock. And we're going to talk a little bit about locks later on in the video. And we're also going to see if we can catch one on video. What we're going to do now is we're going to put these back into their racks to keep them nice and warm. We're going to leave them alone for a little bit and we're going to see what happens. Exciting!
Yay!
Alright. Okay, so the snakes have been together around about 8 hours now, and we're pretty sure that we've seen a lock between Connie and Jacob, which is really exciting. Now we have waited until all the kids have gone to bed because we really do not want to disturb them, but we are going to try and show you that lock. It's really important to remember that opening the tanks, the racks, whatever they're in, is going to disturb them, and it's not really what you want to be doing, so we don't recommend doing this, but it would be a pretty boring video if we didn't talk about pairing and didn't show you a lock. So what we're looking for with a lock is the tails basically are wrapping around each other. Now we are beginners and we have, this is the first time that we're breeding. We're pretty sure we've seen a lock looking a bit like this. But obviously we are beginners, so we could be just wishful thinking. But here we go. So, okay. Fingers crossed they don't get too disturbed by this. I'm doing nice and
Don't forget to mention in comments if you think it's a lock or not.
So as you can see there, the tails are wrapped around each other.
That's a lock.
We're pretty sure that's a lock. Now we did see this, Connie and Jacob have been together once before last month, and we did see this last month. They're not moving around at all, which is a really good sign. They're going to sit there nice and still, and they can be like that for anywhere between a couple of hours up to a day or two. So we're going to leave them alone. But that, my friends, I think is a lock. Now we will check up on Banana Split and Lily. Now, Lily, I think, is a little bit scared of banana splits. I'm not convinced we're going to see anything at all. But if they're close to each other, then that's a good sign.
No.
Now the tails are lined up, which could potentially be looking at a good sign, but to be honest, they just look like they're both kind of trying to find the warm spot. Lily is a bit scared of banana splits, so she's probably getting out of the way. Banana splits being the dominant one there and taking up all the heat. And we'll leave them be for a little bit longer. Okay, so what we're going to do is, now we've seen a lock, we're going to note that down on their records, and as soon as they release from that lock, we're going to remove Jacob. There's no point keeping them in there any longer than that. Fingers crossed, it's all good signs, which is quite exciting really. What we will do with Lily and Banana Split, if we don't see a lock, we'll leave them in there for around about 3 days and then we'll take them out. When we take them out, we'll leave them apart for another month. We'll make sure that they're feeding well, that there's no stress signs there or anything like that. We'll mark that they've visited each other and had a little date, but they won't see each other again for at least another month, and then we'll try again. Fingers crossed Lily and Banana Split get a little bit more acquainted, but we'll leave them be for now and we'll check back up on them probably in the morning. Okay, so now it's the morning after, and we've seen Jacob and Connie lock last night, didn't we? Which was very, very exciting. Now, as you can see in the tank, they are definitely unlocked now. They're not connected and they're moving around again. So now that we know that they've locked, there's no point leaving them in there for any longer than they need to be. So we're going to separate Connie and Jacob out now. We're going to put Jacob back in his own tank, and we're going to put all the bits and pieces back into Connie's and leave them alone. Now, we haven't seen Banana Split or Lily. We're having a little bit of a scapey. Come back in here, Missy. We haven't seen Banana Split or Lily lock at all. Doesn't mean that they haven't, but we haven't witnessed it. So we're going to leave them in there for 3 days. So we're on day 1 now.
Yes,
we're going 2 more days.
Yeah, 2 more days.
So what we'll do is we'll take Jacob away. We've had a lovely date.
I don't know how we're going to do it, guys. Sorry, Connie.
Say goodbye to your friend. Go on then, you got him.
Can I do it on my own?
You got him.
Yeah. He's gone.
He is, he's a big boy now, isn't he?
I feel like Connie's gonna cry.
She might cry, she might be like, why are you taking my boyfriend?
When we just first moved him, he was small.
He was. So we're going to get these back in. Oh, where are you going, mister?
No, that's
clear, isn't it? So we're going to go put these back in their existing, keep them nice and warm. And the next things to watch for, now that we've witnessed a couple of locks, is ovulation.
What's ovulation?
Ovulation is when the eggs start to grow a little bit more, which is very, very exciting.
The best way to look for ovulation is...
Do you remember what we need to look for in Connie's belly?
Lumps.
Lumps, yeah. So we're looking for something that looks a bit like a football shape, like she's had a big meal. But we'll talk about ovulation in a later video. But now that we've seen some locks, we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. So should we say bye-bye to these 2 for now? Come on then.
He'll just have a little skate, so I stopped him. Oh no. Our parents have been very successful with Connie and Jacob. We're gonna keep burning together, everyone, to see ovulation. Don't forget to join us next time for more about genetics. Hit subscribe so you don't miss our videos. If you like what we see here, give us a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching.